Hello, and welcome to the Raw Obsidian Podcast. My name is Kris. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry at OBSIDIAN, and you can find me on the Making app at Raw Obsidian Knits. What a time! I've probably tried to film this podcast 12 times. Zaz refused to go down for a nap. And now it's around the time that I said I wanted to release this. And I'm actually filming it. It's been a busy week and a busy previous week. I missed posting a new episode last week because I went camping with my little family for spring break. Jordan had a cross-country dirt bike race in Southern Oregon, so we just made a big old trip out of getting there. And if you know anything about dirt bikes and dirt bike camping, there's absolutely no quiet space to do any kind of knitting, making content, recording. But nonetheless, we had super fun times, and it was exciting, and Zaz had a lot of fun being around all the motorcycles and did super well camping for like 5 days. So that was really great. On the sad news, I have been having a lot of really low engagement on the Instagram app, and I've noticed it declining over like a month or two, maybe even longer. And so I did all of the checks to see if I was shadow banned, and sure enough, I am shadow banned. And it's super annoying because I have not posted a single thirst trap, butt pic, weird memes that are like cringy. I have done nothing that I can think of. All I do is talk about knitting, spinning, crafting, and post pictures of my perfect angel child Zaz. And that is it. So needless to say, it's been very discouraging to make content and share it because everything is just super low right now. But after venting on the internet, I took some time to just lay on the floor and breathe. And I was just like, you know what, like, who cares about an algorithm? I worked too hard to create a really fun platform and content and to create like a really awesome community of people who follow me. So we're just gonna stick it out through the shadow ban on Instagram and put our efforts into other avenues of creativity and content hosting. So there will be hopefully more engagement here on YouTube. I have a Twitch account all set up. You can find me on Twitch at Obsidian Brat as well. I haven't done any streaming or anything on Twitch, but I'm thinking I might go that route. If y'all are into parent antics, children in the background, I don't know. I'll be on the Making app. I just started posting a lot more on the Making app. It took me a minute to just kind of figure out the lay of the land. I'll be getting some posts up on my coffee, and I'll link everything below for you to follow me there. If you do follow me on Instagram and you see my posts, make sure to save them, comment, share them, like them, just to like pull me out of the depths of this really pointless shadow ban. It sucks. And it's happening not just to me, but to other creators that I know of where they have also noticed low engagement and all of that. And it's just really crappy for everyone who's just trying to share beautiful things and not be wild on the internet. But yeah, that's my little housekeeping spiel. Let's move on to what we came here to talk about. Breathing in peace. Knitting. Let's talk about knitting. Here is my works in progress, my whips. Socks that I'm knitting for Jordan. Here is my afterthought heel. I've got some good progress on this baby while I was out camping. They're turning out really great. I really want to finish them soonish. Very slow with my sock knitting these days, but I mean, sock knitting with an almost toddler is, just knitting in general with an almost toddler is very hard, but progress nonetheless. I'm loving it. It's looking very nice. I love a sock knit. It just brings me joy. Next on my whips, for my whips I should say, is my Coat for Roxane cardigan coat thing. Here is the progress. She looking good, y'all. We're getting some depth in the body. I started my A-line shaping, and it's like you do the repeat for the shaping like twice, and then there's like a 14 row chunk between each one. So I just finished the first one. I have 2 more to go, and then I'll really be cooking on the body. And then after I finish the body, it's the hood and then sleeves, or it's sleeves and then the hood. I can't quite remember, but it's looking so good. It's starting to look like a real thing. I still need to find buttons for this too, so I'm on a button hunt for my coat, and hopefully I find it soon. My goal for this is to finish it. I have a trip that I'm taking very beginning of June, and to California to visit family, and I don't want to take any kind of coat because it's California in June, but we're going to be in San Diego, so it does get like a little cool at night, and this would be really nice to bring, because I think because it's dense enough wool, it'll be warm enough to be like an actual, like, I'm cold if I do get cold, and I do get cold often, even in like the warmest climates. But like I wouldn't have to worry about taking like a jacket or anything like that on my trip, just in case this will be my jacket. And then I can just form my wardrobe around my coat and just look great in my handmade clothing. But yeah, that's one whip. It's my 2 knitting whips. And then for spinning, I'm working on that brown Polworth silk. So here it is. This is 60 grams of the fiber that I'm spinning for practice, and of course yarn. And then here's less than 60 grams because the rest of it is being spun up on my wheel. This is all of it basically it's not pre-drafted, but it's just pre-shredded up into like little sections, and I can just pull one out when I'm ready to start on the next piece. It makes it easier to draft. I mean, I can draft probably directly from the roving, but it's just, I don't know, it just feels easier to just pull it apart a bunch into like actual workable chunks, so I'm not like over twisting or over drafting or getting lots of slubs in my spin, which is really nice. So I like to pre-draft, pre-pull everything apart, but it's coming along really nicely. I love spinning so much more these days. I don't know why. I think it's because it makes me feel like I'm getting something done, whereas knitting takes a lot more time. But yeah, it's been really nice to spin this. It's very fun to spin. And last but not least, because there's always going to be more projects, you know, I'm making some progress on my leaf punch needle. Here's the back side. That's what I got done. But here's the front, y'all. And look at how cool that is starting to look. I'm so excited about this kit. And it's looking amazing. I'm excited to finish it and get it all put together. I'm gonna find something else to frame it with. Kind of tempted to make it into like a patch to put on like a sweater or something, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. This is gonna look really nice when it's finished. Super excited, super stoked. I think the only qualm I have with this Dimensions leaf pattern, punch needle pattern, is that I am constantly having to rethread my punch needle because the yarn comes in like bundles, like pre-cut bundles that you have to separate like you would embroidery floss. And I just want it to be on like a ball so I can just go and continuously go and like punch. And then when I'm done with a section, a color section, just snip it off and start the next color section that uses the same color. Instead, I have to like, once I'm done with the long section, which does not take very much time, I have to rethread the needle, pull it through, and then go, and then rethread the needle, and then go, and then rethread. It's so tedious. I just want to do the project, and I feel like I'm wasting time rethreading my needle. So I will say, after working with their patterns, just look out for that. I could spit splice and make my own ball, but that's also time, and then I feel like that's going to take longer. So I'm just going to struggle with this pre-cut yarn because we're almost done here. We are so close. So very close to finishing. It'll be fine. And so I am spinning. I've said that. But in the last episode I was sharing that I had my drive band got shredded. And I didn't want to spend $6 at Woolery, even though I love Woolery. I didn't want to spend $6 at Woolery for like this much drive band. Like the tiniest amount. So I looked up where I can find some cotton, string, thread, yarn, whatever, that is about the same materials as the drive band you can get at Woolery. And sure enough, my local Walmart had, for $3 and some change, a whole ball of this stuff. So I am set in the drive band department for years to come. And I'm very excited about this. I could use this also for loom warp if I wanted like super thick loom warp. I don't have a loom though, so, but I mean, I'm always thinking about getting one. But yeah, I am set. Look at that. Look, there's so much. I would have spent like $6 on like 24 inches. No, not 24. More like maybe 3 feet of this. But I spent $3 at Walmart. And I know big box stores, but I live in rural Oregon, y'all, and Walmart is the shit here. Like, it's it. That's if you want something, it better be at the Walmart, or else it's curtains. All right, finished objects. First up, I finished my spin of that beautiful Rebel Woolworks fiber. I played a pretty fun game of bobbin chicken, trying to get this 2-ply on, like, plied up. And when I tell you it was pretty intense, I mean the yarn and the flyer were just scraping each other as I'm like winding, trying to ply. But it was very fun. I did it, and I only had a little bit left. But here it is. The beautiful 2-ply, gorgeous yarn. Very soft, very fluffy, very delicious. This is just delicious. The colors, delicious. And then here's my little singles yarn, and it's just, I hope you can see it. I don't know. It's beautiful. It's so nice, and it just like, it looks beautiful as a single, and it also looks beautiful plied. It's just magical. And then of course I had to, like, my burnt orange Polworth silk, I put it together and like, look at this. Look at this combination. Can you freaking believe that? Like, it's... And then I'm like I'm really starting to think about this brown. I'm just... I gotta make something with these two together. I do. Some kind of like fun color work. Something. Like it's, this is ridiculous. It's so nice. I love hand spun yarn. Oh, I love it, y'all. Beautiful stuff. So that's finished object number 1. The second thing I finished, if you noticed when I was showing this off, I made a case for my double pointed needles out of some leftover elastic and felt. The cool thing is you can just stretch it and pull your needles out, put them back on. I found this pattern while browsing on Pinterest. I will try to find it and link below. I don't think I saved it because I just saw it and I just like eyeballed it and was like, I could do that, and then did it. If I can't find it, I will film a little tutorial on how to do one of these beautiful thingies. But it has saved my needles. I don't lose my yarn or my project off of my needles anymore because it's like secure. It's very nice. I think that's it for finished objects. Yeah. Let's talk about some acquisitions. Yeah. So I'm diving down the punch needle rabbit hole. And I needed to know what monk's cloth was all about. And I also wanted punch needles that could be used with thicker yarn, worsted weight, DK, etc. So, because there's nowhere in my small town that sells such crafting supplies, I had to go online to Amazon because I didn't want to buy an Oxford punch needle until I knew exactly what I was getting into. And I found a kit for about 14 bucks. And it comes with a nice little square of monk's cloth, one wooden punch needle, big diameter, it's a big one, one adjustable plastic punch needle, very ergonomic. It comes with a embroidery marker, washable embroidery marker, some darning needles that are on the blunt end, which is nice because my current ones are very sharp for some reason. 2 of the threaders, I don't know if you can see that, for the punch needles. It also comes with, do I have them? Yeah. Your usual threader for threading needles, probably for the darning needles. And a pair of snips. And these came in handy for my current punch needle project. Yeah. All of this for about 14 bucks. I'm gonna link it below. I have yet to try these needles. I think they are the same size. One is just wood and one is just plastic, so you can kind of toy in with and see what you like. I know the Oxford punch needle, you don't need a threader because it has the little cut down the middle and you can just, and then go. But, yeah. This will be fun to play with and see how it works. I will report back probably next week about this, and if I enjoy it enough, I'm going to be buying an unholy amount of monk's cloth. Jordan, I hope you're ready. And then that's for that. And then my friend Rani, for my birthday, sent out a package and gave me a bunch of like really amazing things and snacks from Trader Joe's, because we don't have a Trader Joe's here and I love snacks from Trader Joe's. But she also gifted me this basket, and it's been holding my sock yarn and my sock project, and it's like the most convenient little basket. I carry it all around the house with me. It does not snag my yarn, but in the event that it does, I will just probably make a little liner for the inside of this basket for yarn to go in for sock projects. And I love this. I love a basket. I love a basket with purpose, and especially tiny little woven baskets. Like, it's so pretty. I love this thing. Super beautiful. And yeah, that's that for acquisitions and whips. Oh, I lied. I also got from the Walmart because I'm just trying to like, I wanted something now and I didn't want to order something and wait. So I got some muslin fabric from Waverly Inspirations, which is just one of the many Walmart brands. And it's 2 yards of muslin. I want to toy around with some natural dyeing with either avocado skins or in pits or onion skins, because we use a lot of onion and avocado in our house. And I want to make some fun summer tops, but inexpensive, and just kind of see how they wear with like the cheap stuff. I paid $5 for 2 yards for this. Yeah, and it looks pretty good. Or if it doesn't work out in like making something to wear, I will use it to make a quilt. I'm very inspired by Buku on Instagram. She just has these like amazing, I don't know if anyone's seen it recently, but she does like painting to attract natural dyes with soy milk and guar gum, and she paints this beautiful motif on the cotton fabric that she had, and then dyed it with avocado skins, and then after she dyed it, she went over that design with some needlework or needlepoint, and it looks so good. And so I'm kind of inspired by that, and to like make something like that, but like a mini quilt, that would be really cool. So that's why I got the muslin, to try to like do that. I'll probably buy more of this because I kind of want to like do a mock-up of a hinterland dress for the summer, or a couple of other dress patterns that I've been looking at. Because I don't really have many breathable things to wear. So yeah, preparing for summer. Other than that, thank you for watching. Feels good to try to maintain consistency and, you know, pushing forward in the face of crappy shadow bans on Instagram. But I appreciate everybody who has stuck by me and supported my work. Nonetheless, y'all are the real MVPs and the real motivators to get me going on staying creative and sharing it. Yeah, thank you. If you want to continue to stay up to date with stuff, I will have all of my links listed below in the show notes. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell if you want a notification anytime I post a video here on YouTube. Yeah, thanks again. Until next time, happy making.